Hi guys, this is Maria with the Bee Club Lounge. Today I'm going to show you my crafting area. So this is where I keep all my beads, all my jewelry tools, etc. And I'm just going to show you guys how I organize it and maybe you can get some tips for yourself. Over here I have some standing drawers and these contain all of my beads, all my findings and such. So this first one here, in my first drawer, I have all of my size 11 seed beads and my size 11 delicas as well. I have lots of size 11 seed beads because I use those most of all. The second drawer, I have all of my size 8 seed beads, all of my size 6s, and size 15s. In the third drawer, I have two whole beads. So I have all my super duos, and I have some rulers at the back because I use those less, so I tuck those away at the back. And I have some mini duos here in the corner as well. And in the next drawer, I have some 12mm pyramid beads, some tiles, some tilas, just lots of shaped two whole beads in this drawer. And, sorry, trying to slide my bead mat out of the way. In this final drawer, I have all my shaped one whole beads. So I have my drop beads, some magatamas and rizzos, daggers, and a pendant. So yeah, anything that's shaped that has one hole is in this last drawer. So, and that's how I like to organize it. I have all the things that I use more to the front, and everything's at hand. I know exactly where everything is. In this next set of drawers, I actually got these free. Somebody was throwing them out. I keep pretty much all of my findings in here, and I have these labeled because I kind of have stuff that goes together in the same drawer. So everything that I use to make earrings is in here. So all my earring hooks, eye pins, head pins, and anything that I use to make earrings, as I said, is in that drawer. So I just have that labeled earrings. Then in this one, I have all of my clasps and my jump rings. So again, anything I use to make a clasp or to use along with a clasp, I have in this drawer. In this one, I have crimps or ends. So all my crimp tubes, all my bead caps, end caps, anything like that I have in here. This next one I have sterling silver, so anything that's sterling silver, which I don't use a whole lot, I keep in here. So I have some chain, I have some earring hooks, stuff like that. And this one is miscellaneous, so exactly what it said, miscellaneous, just these decorative infinity, I don't even know what you call them, findings. These key ring thingies and some pins for brooches. And in here I have cord or chain. So any cord or chain that I have in here. So I have some rat tails, some licorice leather, cup chain, regular chain, stuff like that. And in here these are just some beads that I want to get rid of. So I just tuck them away in here until I, get them to the person that I'm looking to give them to. And because I don't use those anymore, somebody else can get some use out of them. And in here are some other things that I use or I'm going to be using for a project that I'm working on. Top secret there. Not really. And the other four are empty, and it's always good to have a little bit of space to expand. Not that I need to expand, I need to decrease actually. Then over here I just have this file holder thing that I recovered. It was, you can see on the inside I didn't do a great job, but you don't usually see it because it's usually full of books. Just I kind of took them all out today. Yeah, so all my notes, if I have any papers, patterns, you can see that one there. Then this little holder, which is empty right now, that's an extra that I have. I just kind of tuck them in there so they're not scattered all over the place. And I covered them in this contact paper just to make it a little bit prettier because, as I said, it was the cardboard. And it matches my little box over here. where I tuck, you can see a Kumihimo disc, and there's some extra storage containers in here, and beads, and jewelry boxes, and just lots of stuff. I just keep tucked away in there, so it's kind of decorative. And here are all my beading books and my camera bag and equipment, cords and stuff like that. And then I'll have some citrine crystals, because supposedly citrine increases creativity and all this different stuff. I'm not big into crystals, but you know, whatever I can do that can help me, why not? And then here I just have a photo of myself and my boyfriend, and I don't know if he's gonna want that on here. And then this is a lamp, but it's not a lamp. It's actually a candlestick, and I have a lampshade on top of it, but there's no actual lamp in here. It's just, yeah, it's a candlestick. So I wanted something to add some height to the shelf, and I did that. Yeah. And then some candles, one of which needs to be replaced. It's almost empty. This wine bottle that I covered, make it look decorative. Just an empty can I recycled and put some fake flowers in. And my, oh gosh, coaster, because I usually have some water there when I'm beading. And I'm right in front of the TV, the box. You can see my tripod and my treadmill. Then coming over this side, I have some dry erase markers, permanent marker, and scissors in another recycled can. And these are my lights over here that I use with my light box. This just opens up, just like that. Kind of just show you quick. And that is what I use to take my photos for my tutorials that I sell in my online shop. Then I have my bead mat over here, and I usually keep my needles that I've been using stuck in a corner, and I usually keep them in that corner so I know what to look out for and where to find them. And I keep this on a tray because it's really good if you have already started a project and you want to move it somewhere. I can just lift this up and take it and set it in my lap and keep on working. So that's really great that way. When you open the drawer on the left hand side, this is what greets you. It may look like utter chaos to some, but to me it's perfectly organized. I know where everything is. I have an extra bead mat here, so I'll just lift that out so you can see what's underneath it. Throw it on top of the desk. And in here I have my tool kit. So my tools are in here, and then extra pliers. I have a flush wire cutters, some nylon jaw pliers, crimping pliers, looper, plastic spoon that I use as a bead scoop. It's very handy. Thread zap, and my thread cutter, and some extra needles are there. So all of that is in there. In here this is some extra beads that I may or may not keep, and some projects that I have worked on or am working on. I just throw them in there so that they're, you know, contained. In here I have pearls. Some of it are there are pearls in here that, you know, I haven't cut yet, so there are still pearls on the strand. And then some, like this one, I have cut and I just put in an extra bag because I kind of ran out of space back there. It's a little ridiculous. And in here I have mostly glass beads on the strand as well. This is actually a semi-precious stone. Of course I can't, oh wait, was it this one? No, sorry, this is pearls. I don't even know what I have in here. This is the semi-precious stone back here. See, they're similar coloring. One was blue. Yeah. So that's about what's in there. Glass beads, and then just that one strand of freshwater pearls and semi-precious stones in there. And here I just have a couple containers. These are some loose Swarovski crystals and just some random really oversized beads in here. And in here I keep extra Ziploc bags. Like I may have used up all the stuff in one bag, and I just keep them in here because when you cut beads that come on the strand, just like this, sometimes you don't have anywhere to put them. So Ziploc bags are really handy. So I usually keep any that I've emptied just in here, along with the same with tubes. If I bought something in a tube and the tube is empty, I keep it because then it can come in really handy afterwards. And then just some other storage containers with Velcro at the back. This was a sample that was sent to me. I don't really use it. Back here is pretty much where I keep the majority of my leftover beads. So over here I have pearls, and yes, it is usually disorganized. It can get a little disorganized sometimes, but I really try to keep it organized because then it just becomes utter chaos. So I have all my pearls, or try to keep all my pearls on this side, and then it transitions over here into glass beads, bicones, fire polish, crackle glass beads, whatever. They're all back here. And my boyfriend actually built this desk for me. So he built it to my specifications. I wanted one drawer with this kind of like a wide section at the back, and then this, you know, just a one divider, so it has two sections at the front. And we built this out of recycled wood and pallet wood, so it's all recycled. So it has a very, very rustic look. And that's actually what I was going for, so I don't mind it at all. It just keeps everything contained and in place, and it hardly costs me any money. So that's fantastic. So on the right hand side, I have all my glue stuff. Anything adhesive I have. So I have, you know, just some general glue. This is more crafting side, no, not just jewelry. So I have a big package of glue sticks, a glue gun, regular glue, some thumbtacks for whatever reason, those are in there, and some adhesive, regular adhesive. Over here I have a necklace display, and my label printer is in there with the batteries that I just keep separately because I don't really use it that much, so I didn't want to keep the batteries in there just in case they start to corrode. Up here I have some homemade bracelet displays that I need to recover because they're getting all wrinkled and getting those A spots in them. In here I keep most of my, like a lot of stringing supplies that I don't use too regularly. So I have my flex rate wire, some flat memory wire, I have my hypo cement, flip it over. Oh, it's another sample that was sent to me. For anyone out there who's ever done soutache, I've never actually done it, so at least I think that's what you use it for. Bead embroidery, okay, whatever. So then I have some nylon and other stuff in there, and that keeps it all contained. And then I have some, you know, twine that's what I used to cover my bottle. So this was an extra one because I found it really cheap, and you know, it's really handy. This is an earring display, and then I have my fire line and wildfire and some rat tail for a Kumihimo project that I wanted to do that I haven't tackled yet. And then last but not least, over here I have my metal stamping supplies. I am very new to metal stamping, so I keep everything that I need for that over here. So I have my stamps in here, I have some bracelet blanks, some more blanks, some tape, and the hammer, and everything is neatly contained in here. And that is about it. So very handy, made to order. I'm sure if he heard me saying this, he would give me a dirty look. But he did a really good job for the scraps of wood that we had. As I said, it made it completely out of recycled wood from some other projects that I had been doing. And sorry, let me just put this mat back. Yeah, some other projects that we had been doing, and then I had some pallet wood, and just there were just scraps of wood everywhere. So we managed to have, you know, wood that was almost just the size that we needed, and I just made, or sorry, he just made it to suit. And they have it on casters. I don't know if you can really see those. Just so that I can roll it away from the wall if I need it to, because you know it might be a little bit heavy to drag it. So that is my little crafting area right here. And oh, and let me explain why it's under a window. This area was actually an open patio before that got enclosed, so that's why there's a window in the middle of that leads to nowhere. So there's a room behind there. So, and that's why there's a windowsill. And I just, you know, utilized what we already had and put the shelf over the windowsill and made it a shelf for my TV and a little nook for my craft area and my shredder and my tripod. So that is it, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.